Hey everybody, Benny back again here. This time I'm using my Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 because I did get a new little airplane I saw that is just like, whoa. I don't know why they don't have it for 2024 yet, but I got it and I wanted to check it out because it's a little plane I flew when I took a biennial flight review, which they call flight reviews now, uh, a few years back over in Chesapeake, Virginia. It's actually the first uh, glass cockpit I'd ever flown with. I was like, wow, what we got going on here? But it's I liked it a lot I was like really impressed with it. It was like a neat little airplane. It was lighter than the 152s, of course, which you're usually going to use, and try to do an inexpensive flight review. But somehow I got this. I couldn't believe I'd never seen one before even, and it was out there on the ramp, and that's the one I got. They gave to me, and I flew it around. I loved it. The only thing I didn't like about it, it seemed to me, it was really hard to taxi. It was like uh, it was like really stiff to get it to turn. It's almost like if you ever had a flat tire in an airplane, like a nose wheel flat or any kind of flat, main wheel flat, which I have. Um, it's hard. It's like you're trying to turn with a flat tire maybe or low inflation tire. But other than that, once you're rolling, past your maneuvering on the taxiways and get out there, it's an awesome little airplane. I couldn't believe I saw it on the marketplace. I'm like, what? I well, I'm addicted to buying these airplanes, especially when it was on sale for like three and a half, $4, I think. And I'm like, now how good can this plane be for three and a half or $4? You know, I'm fairly impressed with it. It's a lot of fun to fly. It reminds me, it's so light. It reminds me of my actual airplane that I built and flew, which was an Excalibur. I think the Cessna SkyCatcher is like empty weight is maybe like 800, 900 pounds, and my airplane was like empty weight was like 509 or 10 pounds. But my plane could also carry 500 pounds. It had a useful load. It was incredible. I really missed that little airplane. But anyway, I'm going to do some videos comparing. What I love to do is compare uh, as I'm flying the 162 around. I live in this actual area for 30 years, and I used to fly out of this airport. Manio is one of the airports I used to fly out of. I kept my aircraft over here, right in this kind of like this very same spot. Um, and I'll show you the spot here. But I'm going to try to make some comparisons of the actual airports and the sceneries compared with the real ones. So I'll show you the real ones, and after I show you after we're already checking out the sceneries here. And I'm going to fly over to First Flight. I used to love flying over there. I flew over there a lot in my airplane. And that's a tricky airport in the wind, too, especially with my airplane was light. And it didn't take much to keep you busy. So, and I find that's kind of the way this little airplane is, even though it's a little heavier. It reminds me of flying my plane, and it was it's something. But before I get started, I'd like to ask everybody to if you really want to have some fun this summer, just for like June 6th, okay? The annual Virtual USA Flying Club Air Show, the annual air show. And yours truly here, I'll be flying my Grumman F7F Tiger Cat in the air show as one of the flyers. And I tell you what, it's so much fun to watch. It's just it's incredible. I can't believe what we can do with the flying, the simulation now. The flying. I'm an old guy, man. I started with the old sims, and I just can't believe how much we can do. I mean, it's an air show. You have to watch it to believe it. It's incredible, but it's so fun to watch, you know. Uh, and it's fun. It's actually neat watching it. Watching it, you know. You think you were in an air show. It's great. The scenery. We got some really good folks doing some great sceneries at the airport. It's going to be at the Sullivan County International Airport. Kilo Mike Sierra Victor up in New York. So it's awesome. But I'll put the stuff up there. Please try to watch, and it's going to be on Twitch, and I'll show you the address and everything. I'll show you that in a little bit. But so right now, I'm going to let you look at this. My $4 162 SkyCatcher, which I've been having some fun with here. So we'll look at that. We'll fly over to First Flight Airport, which is where it all started. And I'll let you look at some differences. I'll show you some real photos of me flying in the first flight, and video clips, and we'll see how it goes. We'll have some fun. So stick around and remember the air show. Remember the air show. You want to have some fun? Just sitting back watching something, man. That's fun. It's a lot of fun. So let's get going. All right, guys. We're here in Manio, North Carolina. This is Dare County Regional. Let's see. I'll make it go a little slower. A little slower. A little more friendly. A little more friendly. This is actually. This is what it looks like, actually. As far as the buildings and scenery, somebody could do a lot better with that. But this is, I think, the basic. But that's definitely our runways, and that's exactly what you're seeing. That's what you would see from my hangar, where I was keeping my aircraft. And we'll go out here, and we'll see we're out here at the beautiful Outer Banks. And we'll be flying over in that direction over there to get to First Flight. Straight out there. There's the Outer Banks. There's Nag's Head. Kill Devil Hills. There's the 7 Mile Bridge. Wanchis, everything over in that area. Mans Harbor. Okay, let's see. I don't know where that big old building. We don't have that big of a hangar there on the right side. Let's see. Come on down. That's kind of like right where I used to keep my plane, right here. That's what it would look like. Now look at this little. This little SkyCatcher is really cool. It's a sweet little airplane. And one thing besides the taxiing that I didn't realize until I noticed this was the way the ailerons are set up. I'm not sure if. Let's see. Hang on. There we go. Oh, I'm inside the building. Let's go outside the building. Right there. Bring it down just a hair. There, look at it. Check out how the ailerons behave, okay? So I'm going to, as you turn right, look, they only deflect upward. The left aileron doesn't go down. It doesn't move. First time I noticed it, I was like, what's going on? Something wrong with these things? And you can see how much it does deflect upward. And it goes upward that way. That's like, wow. That deflects a lot. So that probably makes up, I don't know. It's weird. They don't move in opposite directions. They just move one direction each. And it works. I mean, it's very, Very effective. I can't remember that being the way it was. I can't remember that being the way that that actually was. You know, I was taking a flight review and I was in a new plane and this little glass panel, man, I was like trying to figure it out. I'd never, you know, I flew with analog gauges my entire time ever since since 1987, man. I was just like, what? All this glass panel stuff, and I saw this stuff, and I was like, wow, this is never going to work, man. I was trying to figure this stuff out, but you know what? It works now. I love it now, but uh, yeah, I really love it now. But this is that plane. This is actually what that plane looks like. Huh? It is. It's awesome, man. This is that plane, and they did a pretty good job. I mean, they could. It's $3, $3.99 or something. I got it, you know. So, oh my tracker. Let's see. This is yeah, this is it. And also, I didn't realize I didn't pay it any mind. As far as the stick went, I was kind of used to that. I had flown with sticks, but this is not a stick. It's a yoke, but it doesn't go left and right. I mean, the entire thing's on a shaft that moves left and right. See that? Left and right. And I didn't remember it doing that, so it doesn't twist. It just moves left and right. I'm like, whoa, okay. I don't remember that. Everything else is set up, I do remember. I remember it being exactly like this, and I was just trying to study it, I'm taking a flight review, and it's going to be like, wow, I've got a new airplane I've never flown, and it's a lot different than the 152 as far as that goes. I mean, basically everything's the same as far as, but you know what I mean. It's just the uh, the avionics and the way this thing moves. I never had anything like it. But anyway, I'm kind of reliving this whole deal all over again, flying this little bugger, and we'll see how it goes today. It's pretty windy out here today. It's Why don't we listen to that again? Well, this is over. I think it's like 14 knots, but it's coming pretty much straight down the pipes on runway. So we'll be using 2-3, and we'll be getting up to about 1,500 feet and flying just about 6 or 7 miles away over the first flight. And let's get in the air. Let's just get in the air, and I'll put this thing away here. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's see. I have to adjust my eye tracker. It's kind of. I got a good pitch in y'all, though. Oh, that's probably what it is. Let me adjust a little more. All right. So I got everything set up already. I've already done my pre-flight and everything else. And this is exactly how it was set up. I see somebody's going out there now. Okay. Let's begin. See what you guys think about this little bugger. Really, I don't remember it taking off so fast. It does. And it flies at very low airspeeds. I mean, comparable to the plane I used to fly. It's unreal. My aircraft that I built, my Excalibur, and it was like, wow, this thing is something. The price was unbelievable when they came out with it. I was like, man, you're really gonna blow it with that, but that's what they do with GA. All right, where's the Bonanza going? He's coming in. Let's see where the Bonanza's going. He's circling around and he just don't know what he's doing. All right, we're taxiing to 2-3. Got any traffic? SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango, taxiing runway 23 via Delta, and back taxi runway 17 for Alpha, Dare County. All right, let's go. Parking brake released. And off we are. And Like I say, this thing, it taxis a lot easier. Like right there, that right turn would have been so hard that I remember. I remember it being really hard, stiff, man, to taxi. I was really had to jam those rudder pedals to get it to turn. I was like, man, was something wrong with this? And then the instructor that was with me, he was like, yeah, that's why it is, man. It gets
Approaching runway 35.
3-5. All right. And Dare County traffic, SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango, beginning a back taxi, runway 17 for Alpha. To get to 23, Manio. Windsock's kind of it'll be a nice little crosswind for this thing. And we're gonna stop right here and make sure everybody knows.
On runway 35. Remain.
And Dare County traffic, SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango crossing runway 23. Dare County traffic, SkyCatcher clear runway 23, turning on Alpha. All right. All right.
Approaching runway 23.
All right, we're gonna need, well, we don't need one notch of flaps. We'll put them in. Everything's on. Let's see, our transponder is on. We got ourselves set up. We're headed to first flight. It's already in the GPS. Like, wow, 6 miles away. You can see it when you get up here. I just like using the glass in this little thing. I think it's a G300. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. It's got a lot of functionality. This little plane does. All right. Look here. I couldn't put my N number in it. It wouldn't let me, so that's all right. We all know I'm November 965 Papa Tango. That's usually the problem you have with Microsoft 2024. They won't let you put your own number on anything. I don't know what it is. You put it in as soon as you take the mouse away, right back to what it wants. It's crazy. Dare County traffic, SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango departing runway 23, Dare County. All right, got a little wind to the left from the left quartering headwind there. There we go. All right, now. Then we'll see, and off we go. Let's power up. Brakes release, and this
3 remaining.
This thing.
3,600.
This thing wants to fly at 45 knots right there. Look at. And there we go.
Approaching runway 23.
And we're gonna. This thing really climbs too. And it climbs about 800 or 900 feet per minute. It's a lot of fun. It's really neat. SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango, departing the pattern off a right crosswind. Runway 23, Dare County. See how bumpy we get. Turn my butt kicker on, feels a little better now. Alright, 60 knots climbing out, look at that. Right. There's the Mans Harbor Bridge right down there. That's the old bridge into Mans Harbor and Wanchese. Alright, let's see. We're getting bumped around pretty good, pretty good. Let's slow it down. Maneuvering speed, of course, 89 knots. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Now you imagine flying my plane. That really kept you busy on a day like this.
5 Zulu. Wind 090 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 23, dew point 17. Altimeter 29907. Density altitude 900 feet. Parking restrictions in effect. Please check with ground for updates.
3.
First flight airport, automated weather observation. 1755.
Hey, you know what? We're going to have to land on runway 3 over here.
090 at 4. Visibility 10.
090.
Sky clear.
Oh, look at this. I never realized out here, this is Kitty Hawk Bay. Kitty Hawk. This is a bridge that doesn't exist. There is no bridge here. I don't know what that's all about. No bridge here. Here's the Wright Memorial Bridge. I live back over here in Jarvisburg. This is Kitty Hawk. All right. And we're looking at the... There's our airport. There's runway 303, and they changed the designations. 3 and 2-1. They changed the magnetic headings on there. They've adjusted them. Instead of 2 and 20, it's 3 and 2-1. All right, this little yeah, little pocket of hot air right there. Oh yeah, this is fun. SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango entering a left downwind runway 3, first flight. I remember now there is a you got to go over some big power wires, towers of power lines. Then you go out into the trees, and that wind is it'll whip you all over the place. So you got to be careful. Got to be mindful of that. 60. Let's see. And first flight traffic. SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango, left base runway 3, first flight. Notch of flaps. Runway 3 should be right off your wingtip. There it is. First flight traffic. SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango. Final runway 3, first flight. As you can see, right there. That's exactly what you're looking at. These you get in here and it whips you around, and you gotta be ready for it.
Approaching runway 3.
These trees act as, I don't know, it's like in a bowl. Of course, these trees here, hey, they got it right here. It's runway 3. These trees aren't big enough. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah. As far as the scenery goes, there we go. Oops, look at that. Throw me that around a little bit. That was a little sloppy. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the first flight traffic. SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango. Back taxi runway 3 for the ramp. First flight. A lot of deer out here too. First flight traffic. SkyCatcher 5 Papa Tango. Clear the runway. First flight. And there's
Approaching runway 3.
And there's Pilot's Lounge right there. Donated by ALP. I came to the christening of that building. Let's see, up there is the Wright Memorial. Wilbur and Orville Wright. parking. I'll get it parked up here. That little bit of squirreliness coming in is typical, even with hardly any wind, just from the heat radiated by the, especially in something lightweight. Something light as this.
Approaching runway 3.
All right. Okay. Here we are. And that's our flight to the Wright Memorial in the Cockspur Cessna 162 SkyCatcher. Sweet little plane. Sweet. Can't go wrong for $4. Check it out. And don't forget the air show coming up in June. See you next time.